Hey y'all, the A Train Arlington Lane coming up on the program. We're going to be talking about the UFL draft. We're going to be talking about a bunch of stuff going on in the UFL. And of course, we're going to take questions from our fans. You know how we do things here. And the X Band show still remains, ladies and gentlemen. It's not going anywhere. All right. And plus, we got a big charity event coming up this Saturday in Houston, Texas. All right. So stay tuned for just a little bit. We'll be right back with more. The X Fan Show live right here on Pro Football Alliance. All right. We'll see y'all in just a little bit.
Ladies and gentlemen, may I have your attention, please? The show starts in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
Ladies, what's up, buddy?
What's going on?
Look at my stuff behind me. It's a little crooked, but maybe it's just my camera is a little crooked. Welcome to We Ain't Changing the Name of the Show. This is the X Fan Show presented by F.U.E.L. Right there. We're presented by F.U.E.L. Why are you muted, brah? Why are you muted, brah?
F.U.E.L.
F.U.E.L, baby. Look, you like my little decorations I'm starting to get? My little stickers?
Yeah,
You like them back there? I'm missing two. I'm missing the Showboats and the Brahmas. But I have the Brahmas flag. Welcome to the show. I am one of your hosts for this monstrosity named Dirty. And the guy right there got my finger in his ear. The one, the only, my partner in crime.
The A-Train Arlington Lane. Is he all right?
Well, that's right. That is right. That is right, buddy. So what's up, pal? We got a lot of stuff to talk about, homie.
We might have a guest or two. We'll see what happens, man.
We might have a guest or two.
Yeah.
You think so?
Uh-huh.
Hey, listen.
I'm pretty sure.
If you need season passes, ticking passes, contact Julian Jordan down at Broadway Boat Bar, Missouri Underground event space. He will be releasing the parking passes on January 15th. So Monday.
This is for St. Louis, by the way.
Just for St. Louis. Just for St. Louis people. So if you live in St. Louis. And if you're coming from out of state to one of the games, make sure you contact Julian's Warehouse for the best bed and breakfast areas you need. You are 2 blocks from the Dome. You park your car in a secured lot, and you can go there, and you got nothing to worry about. And you get 2 blocks from the Dome. If you're coming from Michigan, D.C., Birmingham, Arlington, San Antonio, Houston, or Memphis, contact Julian Jordan's Warehouse and tell him that the X-Fan Show sent you. So what's up, buddy?
What's going on, man?
Same shit, a different day, homie.
I know, right?
I love doing the night stuff.
Wait, I wonder if I could get away with this.
Hold on, I wonder if
I wonder if I can get away with it.
If I can get away with this. Also, if you were in the greater Houston area, right there, the GoFundMe, the Hampton Hotel discount, right there, the X-Fan Legion, which is our group. We are sidelining domestic violence. We are doing it at R&R Sports Bar and Grill this Saturday from 3 to 9, 1840 Barker Cypress Road. Right there is the GoFundMe to raise money for the Houston area Women's Center. This is your discount for hotel rooms. For a lot of great stuff going on right there. Atna. So there you go. Michael Lathrop, what is up from Player 54? And listen, if you want some intelligent news and not crazy news, go tune in to Player 54. Go like, follow, and subscribe to Michael's page. Because you're definitely not going to get anything intelligent out of me. Maybe that guy, but not this guy.
Hey, check it out, man. Hey, for those that don't know, we actually a part of Newsroom, Pro Football Newsroom.
Are we?
So,
Are we?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know. I don't know what we're part of anymore.
But see, now you got the Rough 'em Up podcast, part of Newsroom. They just announced today.
Yup.
All right. You got Player 54 podcast, part of Newsroom as well, man. Hey, but
the hyena says turn off the background music, Arlington. She says you're irritating her.
I'm irritating her?
Yeah, with that background noise.
It hurts.
Yeah, that's what she told me, dude. She said you're an idiot for having background noise. That's all I know. She said you're a
Maybe
moron.
it was just too loud. It's okay.
Maybe it was just too loud. I don't know. But Arlington,
I wanted to hear it myself, honestly.
Right. I found something. Let me get this. Now, this is from the Stallion Stampede. Okay? This is actually something very interesting, and got to give a shout out to our guy Brett Thrice over there at the Birmingham who runs that page. What is up, Will? He turned me on to this video. If you notice, Arlington, do you know who that is?
That looks like Skip Holtz.
That is right. So here's the video. Turn this background music off, Arlington. And we're going to break down this video before we get into the rosters and all that stuff. We're going to break down this video of what the great Skip Holtz had to say about this upcoming season.
I think right now it's really exciting. I think the thing that excites me the most is that there's going to be 8 cities around the country that are going to have the opportunity to host and support spring football, and Birmingham is one of them, and that is encouraging for me. I know it was disappointing for 8 teams, 4 out of each league, that weren't able to bring all 16 teams together. I know for those 8 that they're probably disappointed, but hopefully if we can make this work, we're going to watch this continue to grow, and all 8 of those will be back together again, and we'll continue to watch this thing grow. But I think there's been an incredible amount of vision.
All right, so let's stop it right there, Arlington, and what the great Skip Holtz had to say.
The great Skip Holtz.
I mean, listen, his dad, what's up, Jersey? His dad was possibly, I'm not a fan of Notre Dame because, I'm just not a fan of them because of certain things. We all, John knows exactly why I'm not a fan of Notre Dame. That's all I'm going to say about.
What's going on, Jersey? I know, Amanda, you didn't say that. I know that.
Don't let her lie to you, Arlington. She did say that. But here's what I like. He said this is an opportunity for all 8 teams to play in their home markets, and he's excited about that. What is your take on that? We'll just go with that little clip. Your take on that.
I mean, that's what the league was trying to let everybody know, is that we don't need a hub. We just need to make sure all 8 cities have somewhere to play where we can go to different fans and we can allow them to, have the 20, 25, 30, 35, 40,000, no matter, how many numbers that they want to put in with this, where they are the ones that dictate not just one place. That's not, I wasn't mad at what the USFL was trying to do, but, they were cutting back expenses, but hey, they merged and now you're allowing all 8 cities to do the same.
Exactly. And I think that's great. So, and then the next thing he talked about vision. So let's go back to that and hear what he has to say about that.
Going into making this work, I think it is great for spring football. I think it solidifies spring football. I think it strengthens spring football. I think it's going to make the product even better than it has been. How good? There's only 2 that get to.
I mean, I know. I mean, but how often are we really hearing about? Why'd you mute me? Oh,
I didn't mean that. Oh. We can hear you. We can hear you.
Yeah. Now. Yeah, Jay, I mean, it's too late. I don't listen to terrestrial radio anymore. I mean, it's a really good job on the marketing of getting Coach Beck's name out there. Really great. Maybe you should post it more on social media so the fans can actually hear it. But, that's what it is, what it is, right?
Honestly, I don't think that was surprising. I really don't believe that was surprising either.
I don't think so.
The Austin moving on from football, more power to him, man, and understanding that, some things to play mentally. So, best of luck to him and his ventures, whatever he decides to do, whether it's work with his father, instead of doing things on his own, much love to Austin. He was a viable asset to that Battlehawk squad though last season.
Okay. Question. No offense. I loved Ricky Pro because he came on the show. Loved Austin. But are you taking Austin Prohl over Jay Peasy?
Well, the role that they put him in, no.
That's not the question.
No.
Are you
taking? I said no. I
said
no.
All right. Are you taking Austin Prohl over Hakeem Butler?
You would.
Actually, no, I wouldn't. To be honest with you, I wouldn't.
What? You actually have a good opinion for once?
I do. Are we bringing some special guests on, I'm guessing?
Yes, they're
really?
Here.
We got to bring the one. Can we bring BD on, but not the other idiot?
No, because you're the idiot to go along with them. So
but I mean, he's. I mean, just look at him sitting there. Let's bring from Texans talking football, the one and only, the great BD. How are you, sir?
Stop it.
What's up, Dirty? What's up, A-Train?
How are you?
Stop it.
Speaking of idiots at the controls, what's going on, Dirty?
Absolutely nothing. Look, you like my new? Look, I got stickers now.
That's pretty sharp.
Look, you see that?
Sharp.
What is that? What is that?
What is that?
That's fuel.
What is fuel?
That is fuel.
What
that
is fuel, sir?
United Experience Legion.
There, everybody can see it up close.
Look at that.
Nice.
And if I'm not mistaken, we actually have a chapter in San Antonio.
You do.
Wow.
Isn't that mind blowing?
blowing our minds. So I think we're doing what? Are we doing like a simulcast of Texans talking football and?
No, they're only going to be here for a short amount of time, so they can go ahead and do their thing as well.
Oh, okay. I was going to
That's
say
what the story was.
I got a lot of stuff to say about the playoffs this week.
We came all the way over just to talk trash to you. That's all.
Is that what it is?
That's all.
Gave
You know,
10 minutes of trash talk.
what the biggest thing in my studio is, other than my belly, is my Brahmas flag.
And that's a close second.
It is a very close second to my belly. You guys want to see?
No. Oh my God. What is wrong with that, dog? Seriously, man. Sit down.
I mean, we gonna compare here because I think I might have you beat.
I don't know. I just I weigh 255, so I'm kind of a fatty.
I think he got you beat. I think Brian might have you beat, man.
Does he? You got me beat? Oh, okay.
Got me beat, bro. Sorry.
Me too.
Tell everybody why you guys are here.
So we're going to plug the event real quick.
Yes.
Okay. So this weekend, Brian and I, Texans Talking Football, along with several members of the U.F.L Legion, are going to be descending upon Houston. That's a little too close.
Yeah.
You might want to
bring it back just a little bit.
There you go. There you go. So several members of the U.F.L Legion are going to be descending upon Houston to come together for a worthy cause, which is called Sideline Domestic Violence. And that is something that's being led by our Houston Roughnecks fans as a way to draw support for the Houston Area Women's Center,
which is part of F.U.E.L,
right? To help fund them, to help let them know that we're here, and basically to give them our support as a Legion to help put an end to domestic violence. As we all know, most of us have known somebody that has been an unfortunate recipient of some kind of domestic violence situation, right? And we want to try and put an end to that. So we're gathering together to build up funds for this event. Brian, what are we doing on Friday?
Friday night, it's just a little bowling event. Just what it was, the hours were from 10 to 1. You can kind of come in, bowl with a bunch of UFL super fans, bowl against us, bowl with us, on a team with us. You know what? There was what was stuff we were gonna do for Friday night?
Friday night event. Essentially, it was just bowling for dollars, right? You can bowl, right. You can bowl with a celebrity. You can bowl against a celebrity. You can challenge celebrities to bowl against each other. What's up, Elizabeth? I know you're here to see Texans. What's up? But it's an opportunity for us to get together, have some fun, drop some funds, right? And then get us ready for Saturday's event, which is at R&R Sports Bar. Now, this one's going to be the big one. This one's going to be the primary fundraiser for this event, right? Brian, you want to tell the fans what we've got going on Saturday night?
So Saturday, like I said, it's at R&R. We've got all kinds of silent auctions going on. There's some really awesome prizes that are going to be available. Yeah, right there's a flyer right there. And it's just, get together and raise funds for it. The silent auction, all the proceeds are going to Hawk, the Houston Area Women's Center. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
So one
Brian,
big thing
that was literally the worst intro, the worst plug I've ever heard in my life.
A-Train, can you silence him real quick? Because we're not
sure
done.
Can, no problem.
Thank you. Okay, so
that's why Jay does this stuff, not me.
Yep. This is why this is really important, guys. If you can't make it to the celebrity bowling or to the silent auction event, we want you to look in that upper left-hand corner of that flyer. There's a QR code there. Scan that QR code, donate to the cause, right? You don't necessarily have to be there. See, it's right. I can't get my finger right there. But you don't necessarily have to be there to show your support. Like I said, you can scan that QR code and you can give a financial gift that way. Every little bit helps. Every cent that we raise is going to go to help the Houston Area Women's Center, right? If you're in person, there's a silent auction. There's going to be a 50-50 raffle. There's going to be all kinds of cool stuff. I know some of the Brahmas fans, Texans Talking Football and Horns Forward podcast are going to be there, and we've donated a gift basket. to help support this. And there's some really good stuff in there. And there's some really awesome Brahma stuff in there. So you're going to want to put a bid in on that. I don't know if we've improved our technology enough to where we can do silent auctions over the internet. But there may be somebody there that and you can call them on the phone and tell them, hey, put a bid in for me, or, try and do what you can to win some of these wonderful items, and we'll figure out how to get them shipped to you. But make sure that you're doing your part. Come on out if you can. If not, scan that QR code. We're looking forward to seeing all of you there, but make sure you're doing your part as a league member, as a fan, as somebody who despises domestic violence, right? Do your part to help support this cause. Let's show the Houston fans just how much we love them and how much we're behind them and how much we're about sidelining domestic violence.
Well put. Well put.
I'm pretty sure
he's still trying to talk. Now who's the idiot?
Here's how you do that. See, that's the joys of being, part of this show. Oh, here he goes. No, we were supposed to be down there, but we have inclement weather coming into
inclement, you idiot.
Whatever. And they're already talking about canceling the flight and all of that stuff. And then we were going to Memphis to do an event, but because of that weather, we had to push that event off. So it looks like we're going to be doing that late February, early part of December. You're right, Russ. San Antonio J, or March, I mean. San Antonio J does want to look like me. That is for sure.
No, it's the other way around.
Always. Even if I gained 400 more pounds, I'll still be better looking than Dirty.
He models them. And right there, we are the fuel of the UFFL. The Predator couple has done a great job. And I have to give a very special shout out to Mama Predator. Guys, reach out to her on the Predator couple page and just tell her she's doing a hell of a good job. Keep her head up. She's going through a lot of stuff right now that she's dealing with and stuff. So just send her a message on the Predator couple page, telling her to keep her head up, keep doing a good job, what she's doing, all that good stuff. But yeah, you're right. I do need to move, Leo, to San Antonio. I would love to come to San Antonio, but then I would take over Jay's spot and he'd be in trouble.
There'd be a fight to the death, sir. There can be only one.
I just need a show with you two on there. That's it. That's all. I don't need nothing else.
No, nobody wants that. No,
yes, I do. I want it. I want to see it, but I got to see it in person. I don't need to see it on this. No, we good here.
That would be horrible. Having to listen to this idiot up here talk? No, in person, no way.
Hyena, yeah. San Antonio is a great city. I would love to move to San Antonio.
Shut up. Shut up.
We should have them move to Balcones Heights, Brian. That's such a wonderful area.
Ooh, oh yeah.
That's a wonderful area for Dirty to live.
Just like, hey, wait, Jay, just like say, hey, if you went to Houston yesterday, you can go to Greens Point. You go to Greens Point, you'll make it. If you can make it there, you can make it anywhere.
Arlington. So if you can make it in Washington Park, East Washington
Illinois,
in that area.
You know what though? And get ready, Dirty. Get ready.
Yeah.
Right for the kick. Talking about places that you can or can't make it. St. Louis can't make it in that championship because we're winning it all, baby.
Oh, but hey, look, no, bring him back in because I loved it. He mic dropped it. He mic dropped it right here. Look, Jay says now that we're in the same conference, looks like we'll be back down there this season.
Twice a year.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Twice a year. Oh yes.
You're wrong for that, A-Train.
Hey, let me tell you something. I wasn't trying to be wrong here. Listen, I'm trying to be helpful here at this rate. Listen, now that we're going to be playing twice a year, it's unfortunate the Roughnecks got to play once a year now against the other side. But listen, I'm looking forward to them Battlehawks Brahma matches.
Let's go.
Wade Phillips versus Anthony Beck. I'm looking forward to them, baby. I am.
Me and this guy will travel to St. Louis to come see you.
Right. And we'll travel to San Antonio to come down there because I know we're going to have some places to stay and all that stuff in San Antonio.
Yeah.
So that's not a problem. But now that we're in the same time,
I'll set up a tent for you on the road.
I knew it.
That works for me. That works for me. So here's what's going to happen when we come down to San Antonio. I'm going to have a shirt made. It's going to be half Battlehawks, half Brahma shirt.
That's not cool. No, it's not cool.
You know,
You're gonna Mama Kelsey it.
see,
Yeah.
look, at least it's St. Louis. We have over 38,000 fans versus what?
Wow.
5,000 you guys had in San Antonio?
Shots fired.
And
Hey,
you would
happy
think
birthday.
Wayne would.
I
You would think Wayne would know how to count, being a cigar guy.
it doesn't surprise me that someone from St. Louis doesn't know how to count. So
Hey, no, hey, hold on, listen.
Happy birthday, Wayne.
out-
I'm gonna say that to you, man.
Right.
Happy birthday, Wayne.
happy
Shout out to
birthday.
Wayne. Wayne donated a very, very lovely ceramic cigar ashtray for that event in Houston. Valued actually really nice. It's really nice cigar ashtray. So thank you to Wayne for
Very
donating.
nice. Thank you, Wayne.
That's coming from the Battlehawk family down to the event there in
I
Houston.
mean, you still can't count, but thanks.
Right. No, right. Tell me how exciting this is going to be with us being in the same conference. I'm kind of torn.
3 minutes, Brian.
Because of my two
right.
favorite fan bases.
They gotta go, man, because they got a show to do. So
Yeah,
Hey,
we got our show. We gotta go do.
say
but-
one more stupid thing, Jay, so we can kick you out.
Right, just like this. Bye. See you later. Go do your show. It's that simple. That's how you do it right here on the X Fans Show. And we just kick BD out. Hey, go check out our guys over at Texans Talking Football. The
They
guys
good,
down there in
man.
Houston or down there in San Antonio. We love them. And, when we go and play them, we're going to do another big super podcast video cast down there in San Antonio at the Alamo Beer Company, with Texans Talking
that's
Football, Smoking
I
Guns,
can't wait,
all
man.
of those
I can't
guys.
wait to sign.
It'd be a fun time. Now, Arlington, back to our good old boy Skip Holtz, right? Coach Holtz here. Let me pull it back up. Let me go back to here. Why is it doing that to me, Arlington? It is starting
Refresh
to
it and then start it over. Right.
I just did. Let me pause.
Okay. And then
Open.
you can make
Click
the
A lot
thing.
of
There we
not
There
only
you go.
All right. So now here we go.
it's going to be the kickoff of the merger of the UFL, but it's also there's been a lot of debate and argument. What was the better league? Well, I think the USFL was better. I think the XFL was better. No,
Damn thing is messing up.
Stop playing with it, man.
Hold on. It's messing up. Here we go.
points me a little bit, but we're going to have the opportunity to come back here hopefully week 2 or week 3. The dispersal of 4 teams. Each team, we had a roster of 67, and we had to cut down to 42. So we had to unprotect almost 25 players and put them out there, which was hard to do because there's some really good players and some people that have been part of 2 championships. And I felt like we were really strengthening the job Zach Potter did in free agency in the offseason. We were really improving our roster and getting better. Then we had to cut to 42. We had our first draft where we drafted the 4 dispersed teams. That happened about a week ago. And then this upcoming Monday, there will be a second draft that is going to be all the unprotected players and any players that were left.
Now, Arlington, did you hear what he said?
About
A
which part
very,
now?
very key point to what he said. This was done today. So this video was done today, right?
Mhm.
When did the draft happen?
The draft happened on Friday.
Right. But did you notice what he said? The
What's that?
draft happened over a week ago. Over a week ago. So did the draft really happen on Friday?
Somebody's crying to get on the show.
Yeah, I see that. You got to love them. You got to love them. Here, we'll put the link up. So the question is did the draft really happen on Friday and they just said it was happening on Friday and we started getting news? Or that's when they started releasing their info?
Did they shoot it? They may have shot it last week.
That is true.
So that can't be the same.
That
This
is
not,
right.
This wasn't a. So here's the thing. I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a trick here. If you ain't noticed it yet, people will put stuff that's live that ain't live.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Exactly.
they'll put that out. So
Now-
he could have done it last week, as said. Now, granted that you said this came out today.
Yeah.
This could have been done last week already. So
See right here, it says we had the opportunity to interview
I
Skip
don't think
Holtz this afternoon about the merger and roster moves.
Uh-huh.
So let's go on
Correct.
and hear what he has to say.
So we drafted 11 players in that first draft. So we went from 42 to 53. I would imagine we will probably draft another 15 or so in this one. That's going to take us up to get up where somewhere from 65 to 68, and then we will add a couple more free agents at the end to put the cherry on top. It has had some changes to it.
So now
that's cool. That's cool right there.
He said that the USFL is drafting up to 68 players on their
UFL,
side.
Dude.
But remember the XFL said they were drafting up to 90 players.
Well, they were saying 75. So what's the number?
So exactly. So what is the number?
I think it's 75.
I don't know. According to Skip Holtz, right from his mouth, he said 68.
Well, yeah, he said they're going to add some more to put the cherry on top. If you heard that part. So that's what I'm saying.
True.
It still could be the 75 is the 7 is the cherry on top.
Right.
I'm thinking it's going to be 600 players going into training camp. I really believe that.
I do too. So now let's hear what else he has to say.
I've always said that we've got some staples that are returning. Obviously, John Chavis, our defensive coordinator, is going to return. With the two leagues merging together, two people that are not strangers to Birmingham, both Bill Johnson and Corey Chamberlain, who were our defensive line coach and secondary coach the year one when we were here. They are both coming back and joining the staff. And so those three are going to make up defense with Derek Riley, who will be the fourth, who has been on the staff the last 2 years. On the offensive side of the ball, Mike Jones, who was the receiver coach, is still here. Stephen Smith, who was the offensive line coach for the New Jersey Generals, will now be the offensive line coach. And then Chris Bonio will still be the special teams coordinator. So there's some new faces in there. I felt like it was important with us going in. Half the teams we play are coming from the XFL that I have no knowledge of, have never played, never gone against. And I think bringing two guys that were in the XFL over to what we're doing now as a UFL and unified league is going to help give us some insight into some of those teams, and I think it's going to help strengthen us as a staff. We're still kind of learning all that.
All right, you can stop.
There he goes. He says that he brought some XFL coaches onto his staff. So that means we are seeing the crossover between these two leagues or these two conferences, how they're bringing some coaches are bringing XFL coaches and some coaches are bringing USFL coaches over to this. So I think that's a great way. It's showing league unity. Is that how they're doing it? They're not just – so the guys that lost their job, they're still getting an opportunity to keep a job and to do a job. And I think that's really, really good.
Yeah, give or take, because you got to understand the other 8 teams that did not get in. Right? And there were 8 teams that didn't get in, so they lost their jobs, unfortunately.
Right. But some of them kept their jobs.
As expected, some are going to drop their jobs, as we just seen not so long ago in the comments saying that Ricky Prohl wasn't going to return or Austin Prohl's not going to return. But that's going to happen.
Yeah.
Like the biggest question that we haven't heard is the offensive player of the year in Jordan Teamu.
That is true. Now, here's the part I think we've been really wanting to hear, Arlington. Are you ready?
Okay.
Sent a playbook, but no, I haven't read all 72 pages. 172 rule book. I have not read all of them yet. I know that some of the differences is they did not kick extra points. That they went for 1, 2, or 3, but they were all offensive scrimmage plays. It was just whether they went from the 2, the 5, or the 10, whether it was 1, 2, or 3, but there were no extra points. And with us losing Brandon Aubrey, that did not break my heart. If Brandon was back, I would have been really disappointed. But I say that jokingly, but it's a touchdown isn't guaranteed 7. You know what I mean? It may be 6, it may be 7, 8, or 9. Right. I mean, so I think that's going to be exciting. I understand the kickoff rules are going to be what the USFL played, and it's going to look very similar to the way that the USFL game looked. There may just be a couple small changes or nuances that are done in some of the special team phases of it, but ought to be very, very.
So that is what we've all been waiting to
hear.
And with that being said, we are bringing in possibly the number 1 Birmingham Stallion fans, the leader of the largest spring of football group, the one and the only Brett. What's up, buddy?
What's up, fellas? That was a little nugget, man. When I watched that video earlier, I was like, We
You
just
got your eyes
got
right.
news. It sounds like we got XFL extra points and we got USFL kickoff. So I'm down. I love it. Let's do this.
Right. Look, I'm very excited about that, and seeing like right here, he said that Coach Beck hinted at them keeping the extra points for the XFL in overtime, but keeping the USFL kickoff rule.
Yeah.
If that is the case, I'm okay with this new league. I am okay with it.
Yep.
If that's what they're going to do, I'm okay with it because we saw listen, because I was talking to Brett a little bit before we went live, Arlington, and let's look at Turpin, who is a Pro Bowler in Dallas.
Brandon Aubrey too.
What team did he play for?
The Generals.
Turpin played for the Generals. Aubrey played for the Stallions.
Right. Okay. And look what they did. I mean, they were making runs in the USFL, right?
The USFL kickoff is what got Turpin in the league for. I mean, honestly, I'm not. It did. That's what got him in the NFL, man. And the kid's already made the Pro Bowl. I mean, look at where he was at. That's why I love spring football, fellas. Look at where he was at, guys. He was making 50, 55 a year. He was trying to catch on with the spring league. And now all of a sudden, he's a punt and kick returner for the Dallas Cowboys. Same thing with Aubrey. I got to talk to him numerous times on championship night. He's a great freaking kid.
You're
it's
right.
awesome, man.
Hold on, Brett. You're right, Leo. I did say I wanted him to keep more USFL rules to keep consistent with the NFL, that it would be better. In my opinion, it would be better. But it's like Wayne says right here. That's just my opinion. I love the XFL rules. I love them. But it's like Wayne says right here. It's about unifying. It is unifying, and there's a showing of it as of right now, is that they're unifying these two leagues.
So those two things are pluses.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, would I want them to keep more of the NFL rules and more of the USFL rules? Yes, I would. Did I like the XFL kick extra point system better than the field goal point system and all that? Yes, I did. And if that's what they're going to keep, then fine. As long as they unify these two leagues and they unify this into one league, I am okay with it.
Unify the fan bases. Give each fan base a little bit. Like, hey, we'll give y'all this. We'll give them that. I mean,
Absolutely,
Right.
man. And and from what we've seen, like we just talked to the guys from Texans Talking Football. They're big Brahmas fans, and the cool thing about it is the XFL division that you're going to have, and then you're going to have the USFL division on the other side, which also creates rivalries between the two. You always talk about wanting to come to Birmingham when the Battlehawks play. The Stallions, but we don't know what the schedule is going to be yet because it's supposed to drop next week sometime, maybe we hope. But my thing is, when it happens, I do want to see where the Battlehawks will play. I want to see where the Roughnecks going to play. If they're going to, I'm pretty sure they're going to play twice in Birmingham. So playing within their division, and then you play once against the other side. So gonna be.
I've heard a little scuttlebutt but I can't get it verified yet that the Battlehawks are coming to Birmingham. But that is one individual, and I have not got it verified, so I do not know. But I mean, I don't care whether it's in St. Louis or Birmingham. It's going to be, but it would be awesome to see the biggest fan base come to Birmingham. I mean, I would love it. It would be awesome.
The question is, would they come to Birmingham?
I have a second that they'd come to they're going to Birmingham.
Oh, you've heard that as well?
I don't know. I plead the fifth.
Oh.
That's I know. All
Really?
I know is
the fifth?
Here's what we will find out come March 30th. Which league is better? Because you're going to have the XFL champs playing the USFL champs in Choctaw Stadium March 30th to see which team is the actual spring football champ.
Oh, this is a good one. Can we all agree that the TV spots we've seen the last 2 weeks have been better marketing than both leagues for the last 2 years?
Yes.
They have already jumped off. That's true.
Yep.
Very
Thank
true.
you, Fox. Thank you,
Fox. ESPN. Thank you,
ESPN,
for their spots too.
Right, yeah. Yep. Thank you, ESPN and Fox. You know what I mean?
Yeah, did y'all see it during the national championship game last night?
Yes, I
I
do.
was just about to fall asleep, and I popped up. I'm like, oh, here we go.
I was on the Smoking Gun podcast last night, talking to them. But no,
so
I
you
did
did pop in. Oh, okay.
Yeah, I did see it later. Later. So Brett, look, you were a huge 2020 fan of the XFL. COVID happened. I mean, I see you got the OG Dragons hat on there. But
Right.
then Birmingham came on, and you really led the charge in Birmingham for the Stallions. So, and we haven't talked to you on this show about it. I know you talked about it a little bit on the bottom line with Daddy Ed and Arlington at times. But how do you feel about this merged league?
Can't you tell? I'm like, I am so pumped. I'm so excited, guys, because we have resources in place. I guess I got started with spring football for the most part in 01 with the XFL, but then I fell in love with the 2019 AAF, and a lot of their things that they did was awesome. They just did not have the funding. They didn't have the financing in place. So I found out, they were trying to beat the 2020 the XFL to the field. Well, I started reaching out to some people and finding some contacts with the XFL in 2020. And anyway, I'm sorry. Somebody's trying to call me. Am I still there?
Yeah, you're still there. We thought you were zooming yourself out.
I'm sorry. All right, but anyways, I reached out to a lot of the league people for Birmingham and for San Antonio in 2020 and was trying to get those markets added. And Dirty, some of the people I used to talk to and communicate with behind the scenes, and I was so high on Birmingham and San Antonio for markets. And I got a couple phone calls before the USFL was not announced that, hey, you're going to be pretty excited about this upcoming league. And he said, now you're not a fan of Brian Woods, are you? And I said, no. I said, is anybody a fan of Brian Woods in spring football? And he said, well, I think you're going to become a fan of his. And I said, when's it going to happen? What's the name going to be? He said, I can't tell you none of that. Just, so and the XFL 2020 once again did such a fantastic job of their marketing and the buildup from when they announced the cities that was going to get a team. Then they started announcing the names, and then the coaches, and then the uniforms, and it was such a awesome buildup to it. And in those 5 weeks, they had built such a cult following that guys, they were, if they would have allocated the money correctly and COVID wouldn't have happened, I felt like they were really building something special. And I think we can do that once again with both these leagues with Fox.
Right, hold on, stop it right there.
I ain't gonna argue with you about that. I'm not even gonna.
As well as me and Arlington.
Mute him.
That league was going to be gone after 2020.
Mute him.
We know, sir. We know what the whole situation was. But guess what? We were still rooting for the fact that 2020 was going to happen. Shut up. See, that's what I hate when I deal with you sometimes.
There you go. You mute him. You mute.
Welcome to the Dirty Show. How are you today?
I don't know who about anything of that such manner. So anyway, but no, here's a comment somebody posted that said Scooby Wright saying that the Birmingham's going to get a 3P. So, but I think that the competition is going to be way different than what it was in the past. I know people.
I think all teams are going to have quarterbacks. And,
really?
and how are you going to compare Birmingham this year to Birmingham last year? We don't even have our quarterback. What are you talking about?
And St. Louis, and listen, as much as I'm not a fan of A.J. McCarron because I don't like Alabama quarterbacks because I think they're terrible. The only thing good that Alabama produces is offensive linemen. Go big 5'4". Miles McVay. Love that kid.
Man, he's a monster. Hey, I ran into him in town the other day.
He's a big dude, ain't he?
Dude, he's a monster. He is a monster.
He does not.
I want to tell him who I was. I said, you realize how many people I make mad? I could use a bodyguard, Chief. I'm just saying.
He is the nicest young man that there is. His mom and dad did a great job with that kid. And that is one of the most respectful, politest and young men I've ever met and got a chance to interview. And I'd really hate to piss him off.
No, we're so blessed. No, we're so blessed and happy and excited to have that kid. And I've heard plenty of scuttlebutt considering I live 5 miles from the stadium. I expect to see him on the field quite a bit next year, and that's all I'm going to say. He's once again, like you said, man, I hear he's such a great character kid. He's fantastic for the locker room. I mean, he's going to really be an asset for the team.
Great. He's a great kid. Good
Yeah.
kid. Good kid. Now look, like Leo says right here, he says you can't predict what any of these teams are going to look like based on the previous iterations. Too much has changed. It's almost a total reset.
May be the case, but here's the thing, though. We've seen a vast majority of these players. Now, whether they make the league come March 30th, that's to be determined. But what's been posted out there already, here we are. Bill Alexander.
Bill, I need you to get a hold of me. Call me because I have to talk to you.
Yeah, I called him after I talked to you, and I told him I needed him to jump on the show and get with you.
Yeah, I definitely need to talk to him.
Yeah.
Definitely need to talk to him.
But hey,
he's walking in Memphis, man. That's him. He's walking in Memphis. You know that great country song, Arlington, "Walking in Memphis."
Don't start. But this is the thing we've been really trying to key and own in was the marketing thing. The TV spots been seen in all these other markets and other networks in other markets. So that lets you know right there that it's starting. The unification is starting with that. And that's the big key here is making sure that all hands are on deck coming up to March 30th. And as much as I don't like the fact that it's starting this late, I hope in the future we get back to being start early in March, or just at the cusp at the end of February.
Shut up.
Or the week after the Super Bowl.
You know what? That's it. I'm done with the idiots. Both of you be quiet. Don't unmute nothing. Listen, you guys have wanted a true spring football team. A true football team. League. We got it. A week after spring, and it's going to end a week before summer. We actually finally have a true spring football league. Get over it. I don't want it to be starting in February when it's too. Yes.
You're already starting to mess it up.
Now,
sir.
Look, right here. What he said. Spring is not February.
But that's football weather. Is it not?
We want
Is it not football weather?
Listen,
is it not football weather?
Listen, you two can shake your heads.
Hey, Bill Alexander's in Memphis. He know how we suffered last summer. I hope St. Louis plays Birmingham in June at noon, and you got to sit in it. I hope.
Yes, right. Listen. My USFL team, I'm claiming it now, is the Memphis Showboats because they're only 4 hours from St. Louis.
Bill Alexander asked, he's a big USFL guy. He said, who are these Hawks we're talking about?
Thank you. See this? Spring, not winter or summer. Spring.
Or summer.
Hey, when does spring start? March 21st.
When does summer start in Alabama? First week of May. That's when it starts.
June 21st is when summer starts.
Houston don't have a winter.
I was going to say, Arlington knows all about the summer. He knows all about it.
Houston don't have a winter. They don't even know what winter is. They just know 6 weeks of cold weather, and that's that. That's it. 6 weeks is all they get.
Bill is intelligent. I need to kick you two off this show and bring Bill on because he's the only one that's got some common sense.
Hey, well, guess what? If he want to jump, you want to make a jump. There it is.
Idiots.
Let's see if Bill is big enough to hop himself on.
Idiots.
It's that simple. If he hop on, then he got some balls. If not, then he can sit right there in that chat room like everybody else.
Idiots.
Hey, y'all do definitely need to have Bill come on. He's a good dude. Y'all
all he need to do is pop up.
He says, I think anybody can be on this show. Bill, this show.
Yeah, I'm on it.
Listen, this show was actually built for fans. Exactly. So if fans want to come on this show and air their grievances, they can do it. Oh, he's at a basketball game. See, they got Memphis.
He went to the Grizzly game. Come on somewhere, man.
Yeah, what's this? by Dirty's definition of spring, only the what?
The World
That is-
League of American Football, aka NFL Europe,
That is
is a
true.
true spring league. Thank you.
Got a point.
All right,
Okay,
then.
you know what? Y'all can watch this. When does spring start?
Okay, he can go through that all he wants. Hey, he said how many teams will be based out of Arlington, whether they're in early March will be just fine. Yeah. All 8 teams will be down there.
Yep.
So yeah, that's what we're looking at.
And camp's what, February 24th to March 24th? Is that right?
So we're gonna be getting to see how all this gets shaved down to, but what, 50 players is what they're doing, 50, 55 players this go round.
And I heard what you guys were talking about earlier, and I think was it not 70? I was told a number of 70. Y'all were talking about 75.
Well, we were just
I
going
seen
by
because of the different lists that has been out. I've seen 75 players.
Oh,
yeah,
each
Brett is
team.
definitely at a drive-through getting some food.
Huh?
Bill asked if Brett's at a drive-through. I said, yes,
You
he
gotta
is.
drive.
Yeah, it's
Man.
like, yeah, yes.
It's 20 degrees outside, and I smoke, and I am in my truck.
Oh
You're
my
making Arlington
Lord.
so angry by smoking, Brett. He does it just to get you.
I hate it. I hate it. He know I hate it. And
I know. I know.
He do it
Training
on
camp
purpose.
will not happen until February 24th. You're right.
We got that.
What's up, Javier? We know that. We know that's good.
We supposed to be talking about the draftees, but I guess we got again.
Oh, yeah, this is the show. This is the fan for the shows. They dictate what we want to talk about. You know what I'm saying? Tim Gibson says, my brother is in the league, and he says all teams will hold camp practices in Arlington, and home games will play in their hometown.
Well, thank you, Tim Gibson, for hopping on the show tonight.
Thank you, Tim Gibson, for giving us that tidbit. We appreciate it. That was awful white of you.
And Skip says they will fly in on Fridays to all their cities.
That's not true.
They should.
That's not true.
What you mean?
It's not true. That's not true.
That's what Skip said.
I could care less what Skip says.
It's one of that. Hey, it's in that 12-minute video you just played.
Yeah, I know it is. I know, but just
he basically saying, I know something you don't know.
Yeah.
So when are they flying in, Dirty?
Well, I would say if you're playing on a Saturday, you would probably fly in on a Friday,
Thursday, and then Sunday,
Friday. And then if you're playing on a Sunday, you'd probably fly in on a Saturday.
Big boys in spring football play on Saturdays. That's why Birmingham's playing on that first Saturday.
Maybe insider trading. I don't know. Maybe.
Insider trade.
I get that. We're not big fans of the hubs, but this is for expense purposes for what is transpiring in the future.
It's a heck of a lot better than the USFL hubs. A heck of a lot better. No more empty stadiums with piped in crowd noise. Oh my God. Thank you, Jesus. No more of that.
But see, that's the thing. Because now, if they're saying they're uniting this league and putting them all together, hey, it's just gonna take some time, folks. Look, these 8 squads, they need the fans to come out. They need your support to watch it and whatnot. And then as time progresses, look, it can be like what the AFL was. It's going to take time, but get 2 teams the next season maybe, or the year after. Let's let these 8 teams progress. That's where you guys come in. That's where F.U.E.L comes in.
Yeah. Let me tell y'all guys a little underground secret with our group. I've advertised some on the league page, but just a heads up, we're almost 90 days from kickoff. We're getting about 50 requests a day from new members, guys. That's a good sign. That is a good sign. By about 30 to 60 a day requests we're getting right now.
Boom.
Hey, Brett, you happen to know about F.U.E.L, right?
I'm all fueled up, baby.
Aren't you all fueled up? And I think, is it Birmingham going to have a F.U.E.L chapter in Birmingham, I think? Oh, it's all about the fans uniting, bringing our experiences together and making this grow to what it is. Because listen, look, if we don't support this team, and I'm going to say it again, if you don't go buy a keychain or a sticker or anything for one of these teams, you need to buy something from every single one of these teams to support this league. You just can't have this team and that team there and this team. And then this team here being all the main stuff. You just can't. We all have to do our part. This team back here, we all have to do our part. We have to support every single one of these 8 teams. We have to watch every single game. I don't care if you DVR it. DVR it.
Hey, I'm getting ESPN Plus again.
Yeah, that counts as a rating. That counts as a point. That's what we got to do to make this league go past year 1, year 2. You're right. We have to do it for something. The hyena is absolutely crazy.
But you're gonna do it though, aren't you?
Here he goes. He goes, Brett, can I have that Roll Tide colors on your shirt? And Brett, what would you like to tell people what colors that F.U.E.L is going to be?
I believe it's going to be Birmingham Stallion colors, is it not?
I think so. Though there you go. So yeah. So my God,
you need to get Amanda a shirt that says "Giddy Up." That needs to be her Stallion gear. And get her a little cowboy hat. Dirty would like her in a little cowboy hat. I'm just saying.
Oh my gosh. Are we kicking them to the curb now? Is that what you're doing?
What'd I do?
Ridiculous.
No,
Yeah, thank you, Bill.
ride it. So Giddy Up is so bad.
It's not good. It's not good.
Nope. No.
Ride it. Now I like that. I like it. Hey, us fans for a year and a half, we pushed the slogan of buck 'em. Every time the fans would say giddy up, a lot of us would say buck 'em. And of course, Fox and the USFL thought they probably didn't need to have our slogan as buck 'em because it kind of sounded a lot like something else.
Hey, well, at least you ain't saying rough them up. Right, Dirty?
Buck 'em, baby, buck 'em.
Hey, what is the other? I need the other tags from all these other teams too. I know who cares about the car? I don't care. God, I can't stand it. I can't stand it. And they're gonna do it. Oh God, why? Just leave it alone. But of course, Danny Garcia embraced it the day that they announced that St. Louis Battlehawks is coming back. Oh man,
that was a smart move by her, actually.
Oh
you
my
do me a favor. Will you kick her out of here? Ban her from the show.
No.
She is done. She is no longer allowed to watch the show.
She can watch it whenever she wants, man.
Yo, trust me, I
Ain't
know.
that nothing? Him speechless, you don't get that very often.
No.
2024 is going to bring a whole lot of change to Dirty. He don't even know it yet.
Where's Daddy Ed when we need him?
No, he handling business. What he doing right now? He's handling his business. But
He counting money. He counting money.
Hey, this was the one thing that I want to see come is these drone cameras. Did you block me out?
No. I'm just, I don't know what to say with all these clowns in here. That's all I have to say. I mean, you two mongos.
Listen,
Oh, good. Arlington's freezing, so we can get to kick Arlington out because he's freezing. Oh, where's he at? Oh, see, I was just joking. See how he kicks himself out, Brett? I said he was freezing, and he really wasn't freezing.
I'm not a fan of I like Will's comment. I'm not a fan of those drones at all. They just make too much buzzing noise at the games, man. I just
Yeah, they did. No, Scott, it is not call because Danny Garcia said it on ESPN. She said call is law. Not call. Call is law, is what she said. So see, here you go. I like this. The St. Louis versus the Memphis Showboats, the River City Rumble. I like that. I know that some people here in St. Louis are doing the I-55 rivalry. There you go. Call is the law. Are you coming back on? Is he? He froze up, didn't he, Brett?
I think so. At least it wasn't me for once.
Right. Yeah. You're in your deer stand. Right here, he says, spring football has gotten stronger. Yes, it has. That's the name of my wiffle ball team, and we are the champs. Hey, okay. That's cool. No, Bill, call is not a real thing. I don't know how. I know it got started on this show way back in
You
20.
started it.
I know, Brett. I know. It's just not one of those, and it's just whatever.
Dirty says this is not a good time.
Right. It just happened, and it just kept sticking. Brett, because we are in an hour, and I'm fat and I'm hungry, and I'm gonna go eat my Panda Express. Thank you, Panda Express.
Our new sponsor.
I hope so. I'm not really going to here. Brett, tell people where they can find you at on Mondays with Daddy Ed in your show. What's this?
Man,
Thursday?
it's called The Bottom Line with me and Daddy Ed. I think we're going Thursday night this week. Obviously, we didn't want to bump heads with college football, but we will typically be back on Mondays. I don't know about next Monday because we have a wild card playoff game the following Monday. But check us out on The Bottom Line. We post it in all the groups, including the United Football League fans Facebook group, which I helped run, and we started, 4 or 5 years ago now.
There you go, and you can find the Bottom Line on Pro Football Alliance, and you can also find it right there on the United Football League fan Facebook group. All right, Brett, anything you want to say, because you are the defending champs for the USFL?
I am very, 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 very excited about the upcoming season, and I cannot wait to see a lot of these stadiums jacked full of fans. It's going to be awesome.
All right,
there he is.
Show, because I'm fat and I'm hungry.
The man, the myth, the legend is back.
All right, we getting out of here?
Yeah.
Thank God. I'm hungry too. All right, y'all. We didn't even go over the draft stuff, but that's okay. We got another time.
This is the ultimate. Brett, what is the #1 fan show for the UFL on Facebook?
United Football League fans. Check us out. Arlington's in there. Dirty's in there. They cause all kinds of.
This idiot's getting muted.
Just him.
What show? What show is the only show for the United Football fans? What show?
This one here. All right, y'all. He don't know because he ain't saying nothing.
He said the bottom line.
Good night. Good night.
We're gonna see you guys next week.